my Bible up here so I look like professional.
Hey, let me go ahead and tell what your mom said you said. She said, because I said, you guys 3 to 5 minutes, and I get a message, she's a cadwallader. So I don't know if you can stay within 5 minutes.
5 minutes was like the goal, but it didn't.
Okay, well, do your thing, girl. Do your thing.
Okay, I'm Allie Paige Cadwallader, and I'm 14 years old, so I'm a little kid. So I have been raised in the best family in the entire world, and I know everybody thinks that y'all have the best family, but mine's the coolest.
Yeah, girl.
So I've always been in church. I've actually been at Lone Star since I was 6 months old, so I've been here forever, literally. And I've always known the Lord, but never in a way that I was satisfied in. You know, I've always known who He was and what He's told us to do. It's always been about religion. It's never been about a true relationship with the Lord for me. But I've been blessed beyond measures. I rodeo, I chase cans, so I've had any horse that I could ever dream of having, every opportunity I could ever dream of having, anything that you can think of, I've been blessed with. But where I want to start tonight is June 15th, 2017. So my dad has been the Rodeo Bible Camp director for 12 or 13 years. I don't remember how long.
13.
Forever. And so, but 2017 was the first year that I ever got to go. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I finally get to go, right? And so I went in thinking, I'm going to see the Lord, right? But I'm going to get to go rope, and I'm going to hang out with my friends. It's going to be so much fun. And I did. I had so much fun. It's so much fun. Y'all should all go. Even if you don't ride, go. So, but one thing that I've always remembered, and I never truly knew why that I remembered this, but now looking back, it makes sense. I remember Delana Dyer gave her testimony at Rodeo Bible Camp, and it was like how the Lord had just blessed her and how He was just overly abundantly good to her and how He had done all these amazing things for her and how she had rodeoed and then she had gone to college rodeoed and then she met a husband and they rodeoed and then they have kids that rodeoed, and I was like, well, that's my testimony, right? Like, that's going to be it. I'm just going to have all this stuff and we're going to rodeo and it's going to be great, right? Well, testimonies change very quickly, very, very quickly. So then, June 18th, 2017, me and Dad were sitting there eating Rodeo Bible Camp leftovers, because that's what you do when you're a director's kid. You eat leftovers. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I've experienced the Lord in a way that I've never dreamt of experiencing Him at Rodeo Bible Camp this past week, Dad. And I was like, it's just great. And like I've always looked up to you in this relationship that you've had with the Lord, and I just thought it was so cool, but I could never figure out how to find it and keep it. And I truly feel like I found it now. How do I keep it, Dad? And he was like, put some skin in the game. You got this. And I was like, okay, I got this, right? Let's hope. But at that time, I was like, I'm going to find it. I'm going to keep it. This is it. This is when I'm going to truly keep it. And I did. I dug in and I found the Lord. Whoever seeks will find. And I found Him. Little did I know that this would be preparing me for something that was going to happen to me. So, May 3rd, 2018, I woke up, went to school, came home, rode my horses, went to bed, woke up the next day, and went to school, right? So, May 4th, 2018. I was at school. I was in third period. I can remember exactly what I was doing. And my mom, they called me out of class, which I didn't think anything of because I don't have the perfect attendance thing. That's not me. Not me at all. So I was like, oh, we're just going to go do something. We're probably going to go ride. Like, Mom just forgot to tell me, right? Well, I walked up to the front office, and there stood Pastor Andy, my uncle, and my mom, and then my two little brothers and my baby sister, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, like, something's happened. Like, this isn't usual, right? Your pastor doesn't come and pick you up from school. Like, that's weird. And so I was like, oh my gosh, something's happened. And I got in the car, and my mom proceeded to tell me that my God-fearing, Spirit-filled, loving, caring, perfect in my eyes Father had taken His own life that night. Sorry. And at that point, you don't know what to do. You truly don't know what to do. And you're sitting there and your mom's broken, your brothers are broken, everyone around you's broken, you're broken. and you don't know what to do. So I sat there and made a decision. I was like, I can either pull out of the game right now and never be anything, or I can just put my entire life into the game, throw all of my skin in the game, and press into the Lord and be something. And so I decided I didn't want to be nothing, and I threw myself into the Lord. So I did, and I can tell you right here today that if I hadn't, I would not be here. I would be in a puddle in the corner, still crying, because you don't ever get over those things without the Lord, right? So, where am I? I don't know. Okay, so, but I would never, in a million and trillion years, wish this on my worst enemy. I wouldn't. I would never wish anyone to go through what I've gone through this past 7 months. But the relationship that I have found in the Lord is something that I wouldn't trade for anything in the world. I miss my dad every single day. Every time I see somebody with their dad or girls with their dad, I miss him every single day. I do. I truly 100% miss him every day. But the way I've found my heavenly Father is something that I wouldn't trade for anything. I have 2 Bible verses because, well, and the first one is Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. We all know that one, right? And whenever we read that, we think, great, everything's going to be perfect. The Lord's going to just give everything to us. It's going to be perfect. We're going to have fun. It's going to be great, right? Well, I don't think we ever look at the fact that through pain and through suffering, things can be great. Things can be great. They can be. I mean, I still get to do what I love every single day in the rodeo world. I still have some of the best friends ever. I still have everything that I could want, but I've had to go through pain and suffering to get where I am. Then the other one is Isaiah 55:8 through 9. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither your ways my ways, declares the Lord. Oh gosh. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. So, looking back, and I really didn't even realize this until I started preparing to talk. I did not realize how the Lord had prepared me for what I was about to go through. I didn't. I could not have ever told you. Even May 5th, 2018, I would have never been able to tell you, oh, this leading up to this is how. But just the way that the Lord has looked at the bigger picture and really, led me through everything is just amazing for me. Thank y'all for listening. Sorry if I look like a wreck, and I'm sorry if y'all are cringing the whole time, but thank you.
Woo!